Hello, my name is Dr. Ridwan Fontaine. I teach Islamic management at the International Islamic University Malaysia, and today we will focus on the fifth ayat of Surah Al-Fatiha. So in the first four ayats of Surah Al-Fatiha, we got to know who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, and now we are coming to the mission statement of Muslims, which is Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. In English, the translation is, you alone do we worship, and you alone do we seek help from. So the first part of the ayat, Iyaka na'budu, basically it translates as worship, but in the Quran, we know that you can do ibadah to Allah, and we know that you can do ibadah to shaitan. And I'm referring to the ayat in Surah Yasin, Alam ahad ilaykum ya bani adama ala ta'budu shaitan innahu lakum aduwwun mubin. And basically how we understand this is when you are obeying Allah, you're of course doing ibadah to Allah. When you're disobeying Allah, you're doing ibadah to shaitan. So if you pray 5 times a day, of course you're doing ibadah to Allah. If you do not pray 5 times a day, you're still doing ibadah, but you're doing ibadah to shaitan. Okay, so that's how it's worked. The second part of the ayat is actually the one that fascinates me the most. This is the idea of Iyaka nasta'in. And referring to Numan Ali Khan, whenever you have alif, sin, ta in a word, it means 3 things. It means that, first of all, we are asking for help, we want the help of Allah, and also we are working in order to get the help of Allah. And the example that Numan Ali Khan gives is, if you have a flat tire and you're trying to change the tire, you are making the effort to try to change the tire, but you're not strong enough to change the tire by yourself. You need someone else to help you in order to change the tire. Okay, so there has to be effort on your side, but your effort is not enough. And in a hadith which I've quoted before, related by Muslim, the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever relieves a believer's distress of the distressful aspects of this world, Allah will rescue him from the difficulties of the hereafter. Whoever alleviates the situation of one in dire straits, who cannot repay his debt, Allah will alleviate his lot in both this world and the hereafter. Whoever conceals the faults of a Muslim, Allah will conceal his faults in this life and the hereafter. Allah is helping the servant as long as the servant is helping his brother. This is the part of the hadith which I think really fascinates me, is this idea that for you to get the help of Allah, you must be going out of your way to help people. And I think that what it means is basically our religion is 2 things. Number 1, we are doing acts of worship. Number 2, we are helping people. And I've heard a lot of discussion about this particular hadith, and the priority for us Muslims at the moment is we should help people, because this is the thing that is not really emphasized, right? If you learn about religion, normally they will talk, everybody's going to talk to you about the prayers, the fasting, the charity, and so on and so forth. Somehow this idea that helping people is an essential part of our religion, this is something that is not being paid a lot of emphasis. Okay, and I would argue that this is actually the heart of Islamic management, is we should be helping other people, whether it is our co-workers, whether it's our customers, or whether it's anybody in the society. Okay, I'll let you think about that, and then we'll continue our discussion in the next episode. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.